Hello Virgos, and welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today guys, I'm just going to be bringing you a very brief overview of the symbols ahead in terms of taking advantage of the evolutionary growth that we're going to be getting with the planetary alignments. And yeah, just basically giving you some perspective in terms of where you need to be looking. So what we're looking at here at this point in time is that your sun, or the sun sign, has moved into Leo to be joined with Jupiter as well as Mercury. And sorry, not Mercury, the moon. And this is where the new moon actually landed. Now, for you guys, this planetary archetype has landed in your 12th house, okay? In other words, the house of culmination. And this is an interesting space to have it because for the next year, with Jupiter being there, the sun is starting off what it's going to be for you for the next year. And that is just, really connecting inwardly within yourself, like going deep within yourself, retreating a little bit from the world and finding out who you are. So it's like reconnecting with yourself and, taking the whole of the last 12 years with Jupiter, cycle being around, just taking this whole 12-year cycle and culminating it and just finding the ultimate meaning in the process. So it can be a little bit challenging in the sense that you might feel a little bit drained this month. It's naturally so. It's a Pisces archetype, so things will be a little bit murky for you at this point in time. But just, you're definitely going to get the opportunity to sleep lots. With whenever the sun moves into anybody's 12th house, there's that opportunity to kind of surrender to the process of life and to go into a kind of cocoon so that you can rest before you move into Aries next month for your birthday month, and you can really start actualizing yourself in new and wonderful ways. So rest this month in terms of what I can give you in terms of the sun, okay? Venus has been in Cancer, so this has been an interesting archetype for you because it's been in your 11th house, so you've definitely been, challenging the nature of how you've defined relationships before and how you've given value to yourself and how you give values to others, etc. That's been deconditioning at this stage, and anything that happens with Uranus will definitely be throwing off, old, outdated, fashioned ways of defining stuff. So now that it's moving into your 12th house on the 15th of this month, you're definitely going to get an opportunity to, again, just go within and find some rest and needed rest, should I say, when it comes to your relationships. And you'll be reorientating and finding out the meaning behind why the last sort of like 6 or 7 months has been the way it has with relationships. Okay, and then lastly we've got so Saturn and Mars are actually, Saturn's been in your 3rd house for quite some time now, which has been asking you to be very dedicated and mature about how you define things with words and how you've been reading stuff, the fine print, etc., and you've been definitely having to deal with a lot of writing and getting down with how we as human beings create, creative expression. We speak, so your voice and the way that you've been expressing us, how you've been gathering information, has definitely been your focus point at this stage, and you've been definitely improving the nature of how you've been communicating with Saturn over there. And now with Mars moving into that placement, this is now definitely going to be pushing the boundaries over here. But I feel with Saturn already, in its 3rd trimester, as it were, when it comes to the Saturn cycle, you're definitely going to be reconstructing new ideas of how you communicate versus breaking down old patterns. So I think that this is a good opportunity for you guys to really get out there and communicate and see how you can reevaluate the nature of how you actually express yourself. And then lastly, with Mercury being in your 12th house, obviously you've had to surrender a lot also to the mind. You've had to your mind has maybe been a very slow process over the last couple of weeks, and that's only because Mercury being in a water sign as well. So obviously there's going to be, and it's a Neptune Pisces archetype, so it's naturally going to be very murky as well. So your mind is definitely going to be starting to get online at this point in time, which is fantastic, and I suspect that will aid in the Mars in the 3rd house transit as well. Right, fantastic guys. Well, I hope that you have a great day, and take care. Bye-bye.